Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, December 15th, 2019. If you're joining me for the first time, thank you so much. Please be sure to visit my website at lisahopp.com. That's lisahopp.com. And for those coming back, I thank you so much. It's so meaningful to me. I'm so grateful. Please keep coming back. Please keep giving me feedback. I do appreciate it. I'm very thankful that so far, fingers crossed, it's positive. It really is. So thank you. So once again, for those of you who have listened before, I always wait till the last minute to decide what I'm going to talk about. And I did it again. Yesterday. I realized that a great topic to talk about this time of year are our departed loved ones, because of any time of the year, during any time of the year, they're the most around us. This time of year, not only because we miss them, because we're looking for them, but because they love this time of year too. They have the memories. They remember how they decorated, what recipes they made, who they were with. And they love coming back or coming in to this dimension again and experiencing all those memories. So they are there because they love us. And they are there because we miss them. And they are there because they miss and love the memories of this time of year. So, they're around. So I'd like to give you some of their signs today. Some of the more common signs of how they show you that they're near you. Because I can tell you 100% that they're there. At least one of them is there. Because nobody is ever left alone for one moment. Not one of us. And when they are with us, and when they're not with us, when they're in heaven, when they're next to somebody else, they can still hear everything you think, everything you say, and everything you feel. You're an open book, but it's a good thing. Because thankfully, they know who you truly are, and they filter out all the little sitting moments we all can do, okay? This week, I'm not going to go into it because it's a bit private, but it was a rough week. It was a scary week regarding life and death. And I purposefully looked for my departed loved ones. And I saw them, and I felt them late last night. When I was starting to breathe, when I was starting to feel better again, having signs to be optimistic rather than just having knowing and faith and hope, I felt this hand lightly touch my hair. And I am a debunker because let me put you this way, guys. If it's weird, it's usually heaven. If you can't explain it, it's usually heaven. But when it comes to feeling something in my hair, I don't want to assume it's heaven. So I'll place my hand in my hair, I'll kind of like pat it. And when there's nothing there, I say thank you for being here. Sometimes I know who's there and sometimes I don't. It doesn't matter. They don't mind if you don't know. They just want you to know somebody's there. So be centered in the moment and pay attention to those little subtle energies around your hair, around your neck, around your shoulders, maybe pulling out a fabric on your arm. Those are the touches, the comforting gestures from your departed loved ones. And they're very prevalent this time of year. Other common signs from your loved ones. They love to play with anything plugged in or battery operated. This time of year in my family room, I decorated. I put lights along the shelving. I put up a Christmas tree. And I also put out battery operated candles along the garland that's lit on the shelving along the wall. And every year, when I turn off the candles, at some point, a candle will turn on by itself. And I've even had other people do it for me and then said, Lisa, there's a candle on by itself and I know I turned it off. And I always kind of giggle as I tell them that it's a common occurrence this time of year. That somebody who is a female wants all of us to know that she's there. So lights can turn on by themselves, or they can just kind of flicker, or they can just get brighter. Or it's a natural light in the environment. Almost like when you see like when you get it, well, in the olden days, I guess. When you used to like flash a flash bulb, and then you would get the spots in your eyes. If you see like a flash of a spot, that's a loved one. If it's just the one time, or you see it streak through the air. If things turn on by themselves and there's no batteries in them, loved ones. Especially around Christmas trees and things. Things can act up. Appliances, radios, TVs can turn static for no reason. You can hear music as well. Either it plops into your head or you hear it out in the environment. Your loved ones can also drop you coins, such as pennies from heaven, dimes, nickels, but pennies and dimes are the most popular. Excuse me. Once again, morning voice, guys. As I told you last week, it's an authentically taped show. Every week, I think, okay, do it Saturday night, so you just have to upload it. But I think, no. There's something special about getting up and doing it as soon as the coffee is made. So anyway, I was back to the coins. It seems that heaven uses pennies and dimes most of all. My thinking is it has those two coins have the purest elements in them. So, or they're passed around the most, because dollar bills are also used more than other bills by your loved ones. And it isn't that they don't want to send you $100 bills. It's that $100 bills don't circulate as much as dollar bills. So when they circulate, they get energy in them. They get the energy of everyone who touches them, and they get the more vibration goes into it with the ink and the energy of the people passing it around. And so they can really pass dollars around quite easily. But it's harder when the bills get larger because it's little less energy to them. So if you didn't know that, there you go. I taught you something. Because of course, guys, of course, they would love to give you all kinds of $100 bills, especially if you're having a rough month and you don't know if you can afford the holidays or your mortgage, or you've just lost your job, or, oh my God forbid, someone has passed and they were a breadwinner for you. Of course, they want to plop it on you, but they will find other ways. When they cannot plop $100 bills, they will send you helpers. They will see what they can do to help you with your accounts, to help you with legal representation. They will send you financial helpers. They will give you opportunities to bring more income in. They're to direct you towards benefits that you didn't know you are allowed or that you qualify for. So they will work with you in other ways. And I've seen it with me personally. They don't send me coins really. They only did it one time that I know of, and that was upon request. But they work with me in other ways. You also, by the way, can ask for their help with financial matters. I tend to go with my angels, but if I find that it's something larger, I'll go with my angels, my spirit guides, my departed loved ones. Hey team, everybody, get in here, please. I need help. So it doesn't happen very often, thankfully, but there's been times. It's not just financial. Most of the time it's not. It can be emotional. It can be spiritual. In any way, you are allowed to ask for your departed loved ones' help. You are allowed to speak to them. They love it. Another common sign: smell, perfume, Old Spice, pipe tobacco, cigarette smoke. If they were a mechanic, grease. If they were a carpenter, sawdust. If they worked in chemicals, the chemicals. If they were a fireman, you might smell actual fire or burnt wood. So a smell, if they drank, you might even smell alcohol. So what smells that are associated with them are very common. You have to tune your nose, though, because we tend to get distracted. So every once in a while, stop and take a good smell out of your environment and see if there's something there that doesn't make sense. Okay? Can be body odor smell that's pleasant. Can be floral. It doesn't have to always be a perfume or an aftershave or an Old Spice. It can be subtle, and it can be like a reeking Jean Naté. I know when I was a child, Jean Naté was huge. I think we've kind of gotten away from that nowadays. But those type of, if that was somebody who used that, they're going to still use it because it's part of their essence. It's who they are. Another common occurrence that can be used: white feathers, but most of the time, that sign is used by the angels, by guardian angels. But every once in a while, we'll hear of a departed loved one that it is felt uses white feathers too. I'll be honest with you, I think it probably is an angel, but if you associate your loved ones with a white feather, the angels sometimes can send you a sign to let you know that your loved one is okay. So if you are used to getting that sign, then you would get that sign more this time of year too. If you really need your departed loved ones around you or spiritual help around you. Another common sign: photographs that move around. My paternal grandmother did that one year. I have, because I'm the oldest natural-born grandchild, I have her hutch, her china. I have a lot of her dishes. I have a portrait now of hers in my family room. I'm so grateful. I have her kitchen utensils even that I still use. And she's been gone for 30 years. One particular Christmas, I was having a really hard Christmas. Nobody knew it but me. I would step into the bathroom and cry. And then I'd come out and I'd be fine. And I happened to be baking one evening when I was having a really emotional evening. And I went into her hutch, the drawer. There's 2 drawers and then bottom doors. And they're not connected. And I opened up a drawer to get a recipe out, and a photograph of her and I standing together was on top. I don't own the photograph. I didn't even know what to think of that, because I've been like this since my paternal grandfather passed when I was 12. if I don't know what to think, I just walk away. And some of you know, if you go to my website, you know I am a medium. But when it comes to my own people, I will put it aside. I will go, I don't know what to think of this. So I did that. I put the photograph back and I shut the drawer, and I walked away. A couple of minutes later, I realized I needed a dish underneath the hutch, separate compartment. I got down on my knees, opened up the door, and the photograph was lightly tucked underneath the dish on the shelf. Absolutely no way. That's when I called Mom. And I said to her, Grandmom's with me tonight. And she said, well, why would she be with you? And I did fib. And I said, I don't know. Because I didn't want to concern my mom. And I told her about the photograph, which one it was. And she said, Lisa, you don't own that photograph. And I went, I know. That's why I'm calling you. Because I had to tell somebody. She still does that from time to time, and so do my other departed loved ones. It just happened a couple weeks ago. That's someone I love. That was like a brother to me. A photograph of his I didn't even know I owned appeared on top of a drawer. And I just said thank you. Because I was looking for something of his that I know I have of his, that letter he had written to me. I know I have it. And the photograph appeared. And so that is a sign. License plates, bumper stickers in front of you, numbers such as their birth date, the time they passed. You'll probably wake up every night and have the same number on the clock. That's your departed loved ones. A weird phone call goes back to things being plugged in. Does it come from their old number? Or does it come from a private number, but it sounds like them? Do you get flowers from someone and it's their favorite flower and no one knew but you? Birds, especially the cardinals. Somehow butterflies this time of year, if you're in a place that butterflies are no longer out, just still manage to send them to you through cards, through talking about them on the TV, through artwork. Loved ones, all loved ones. Especially the cardinals are big this time of year. So those are some of the common signs that your loved ones will use to let you know that you are not alone and that they are celebrating the holidays with you. Going back to the first one, touches. They can also call your name. They will also come through at times in a dream to you, but it's never a dream. But keep in mind with dreams that if you feel it's negative, they are not upset with you. We can project our own thoughts and our own day onto the meeting with our loved ones, and it makes it seem like it's them when it's us projecting onto them. Keep that in mind, because they're never going to come to you in a negative way. They're all about love and support now. You may find an old card from them that pops up. Right? These are very common signs this time of year. You just may feel their presence. You may hear them in the kitchen, banging things or shifting their weight. You may see them. Most likely will see them out of the corner of your eye, because our corners of our eyes are our mediumship eyes. And you've done it. All of my listeners have done it. You've turned when you thought you saw something and then something wasn't there. But you did see someone. It's just when you turned, your third eye was closed. So you didn't see them. Try to linger in those corners and you'll see your departed loved one. at least in some way. At least be able to tell if they're male or female. You may even catch them in the rearview mirror of your car because they're there. I can promise you 100% that right this moment that you're listening to this, someone is right there with you and is always with you. You are that loved. You are that special. You are that important. Please know that. And in a very healthy way, include them. It is okay to leave a spot for them at holiday dinner. It is all right to still put their stockings out. The pets too, because the pets are there as well. My cat loved Christmas, and I know my cat's going to show up. I think I've already sensed him, to be honest. Make them part of the joyful celebration, because their heart and their soul and their spirit is there with you. Because all of those things are eternal and they live on. They love to hug you this time of year. They love to let you know that not only are they all right, but that you're all right. And if you're not sensing them, try not to look for them too much and ask them to kick up their signs. Because it's more important to them that you know they're there than it is to you. This time of year, it's supposed to be a joyful time. It's supposed to be a year of Christmas, a time of Christmas spirit and holiday spirit, of giving more than receiving, and the joy of that, of wonderful gatherings with people that we care about, of fun and laughter and everything amazing. But for many of us, it is the toughest time of year. And it was very important for me today to tell all of you that that is understood and that you are never alone. And if you are in a mental and emotional state and you feel you do need to talk to someone, please reach out. There are many hotlines this time of year that will be open for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually something very wise to do if you need it. Sometimes talking to a stranger is the best thing to do because you know they can be objective and they're not, our loved ones sometimes can think, how does this affect me? Or they can be too emotionally involved. But talking to someone who doesn't really know you, but is willing to listen, is there to help you, wow, that's almost like the best medicine. So please reach out to whatever you may need, because you're important, you matter. This world would not be the same without you. I'm going to go start my day. I'm going to decorate my tree today. Watch some football teams win. I wish you all a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful week. Enjoy yourselves. Do something kind for others. Notice your departed loved ones around you. Smile. Send love, even if it's just energetically. Send love to all those around you. It's so important that we know we're loved. It's so important that others know that they're loved. So do that. And I love you is never wasted. A kind gesture is never wasted. It'll always be returned 10 times over, if not more. Thank you again, everyone, and many blessings. I'll talk to you next time.